Greetings, fellow seekers of truth, wisdom, and light. This is Reverend Eliot, your friendly neighborhood esoteric practitioner, coming to you live tonight for the first time in a month from the city of New York, where I am so glad to be back. It's like autumn here. It's ridiculous. I mean, we have 50-degree weather and winds that you wouldn't believe. It's just sheer insanity. So hey, I'm just glad to be here and glad to be back with you. I ought to tell you what happened. I ought to explain why I was gone for a month because, you people call me and you've been doing this for years now, and you're all very open and honest about your lives. And I think I owe you at least that. So let me tell you what went on here. A lot of you who listen regularly will know this may come as either a surprise or irrelevant to everybody else. I missed a lot of shows last year because I was what we medically refer to as dying, but they pulled me back from the brink. And now I go through a lot of medical treatment, a lot. It takes up a big time, a big part of my week, which it's a good thing I'm retired, but from any kind of career, that's except for this, I had been running a newspaper for 20 years, and even that gave me a lot of leeway in terms of hours. But they made a, I didn't want to say they made a mistake. They tried something a little different about a month ago, and it wiped me out. It just it just almost bumped me off. Well, not it really wasn't in any mortal danger, but I was a mess, and it brought on all kinds of nerve pain, and it just most of my time was spent screaming in agony and taking painkillers. Now, painkillers have their place, but they certainly don't help when you're trying to talk to people because you may think you're doing well, but it's babble, and I'm hoping that I passed that stage. That's up to you to decide, not for me. But I it took me a month to get over what happened and get my strength back. Today was actually the first day that I felt like a living, breathing, working, functioning human being. At least as a simulacrum there. So I'm glad to be back. I'm just a little nervous because, like I said, I haven't done this in a month, and that got me. It almost broke me. But the doctors are good. They do what they need to do. They treated me, they got me back, and I'm here with you. And I want to get to the readings as soon as possible because, first of all, I know I have a tendency to babble, but I also know I have a tendency to babble a lot if I haven't been on with you for a couple of weeks. And this has been a month, and I had cabin fever. So I just wanted to mention those couple of things, and more will come out as we talk. But get if you want to find out more about what I do, if you've never heard of me before, well, I'm sorry to ruin your day, but here I am. And you can get to me at mojoacademy.org. That's for books, audio, video, and shaving soap. And you can find me at magic-works.com, magick-works.com. And you can follow me at Twitter at Reveliot, capital R, capital E, Rev Elliot, and I'll be happy to connect with you. So let's get to the readings because I haven't done this in so long. I want to make sure I still know what I'm doing. It's which is that's always debatable anyway, but I give it a shot. So let's ring a bell 3 times to declare sacred space. Here we go. I know I rushed it, so it's like semi-sacred. But now we'll pull the curtain back on the magical window. And our first reading is for Chris in Kansas City, Missouri. Hi, Chris. You're on with Reverend Elliot.
Hi, I'm so glad I got to speak to you. You actually gave me a free, thorough reading through my email and said it was one of the best outlooks or whatever that you had seen, and you've been doing it since the 80s. I found you on Spotify and started binging your episodes. And
Yeah.
although I don't need a face shaving cream, actually I might. I'm now 40 and I'm starting to grow chin hair, but
Well,
I'm interested in the oils you make.
it's also, this soap is also good for anybody, like, who shaves. And I do have a
Well,
special deal.
yeah,
As
I have
long as you mention it, I
thick,
have a
thick,
special
thick
deal.
hair, so it'd be great.
I have a special deal, which is a free shaving brush when you get 6 soaps. So, in any case, I do remember your reading. It was an outstanding reading, and it was fun to do. That was
Oh,
the free. That was the free mini reading, right?
you're right, but
Or was it?
it's
Oh,
so crazy that I'm sorry.
that wasn't the $10 reading, was it? That was the one
No,
with.
because I didn't have $10,
Okay.
and
Oh,
you did
so
it
it was the.
anyway.
Well, yeah. The thing is that the shorter readings like that do tend to work very well, especially as if the question is well stated. So yeah, I remember we went back and forth a little bit first to get the question settled, and then we did it. So that was
Yeah, because
fun. I
I didn't
enjoyed
have
it.
just a simple question.
Yeah, and I
I
know.
didn't have a simple question, and I don't tonight either. Just because things are coming down to the
Uh-oh.
wire in the next couple of weeks, and the people that have took me in when I lost my house and my mom and my sister is
Oh,
determined to make sure I have nothing. The
oh,
people that took me in that now 12 months
I,
ago
I've,
have their own family
I've,
stuff coming up, and
I've had family like that. I can,
well, and I've never could have fathomed these people that I never didn't unconditionally love would be people that I'd have to choose to not know because they're not those people anymore. I
yeah.
made peace with that,
Well,
unfortunately. But the people that took me in are now I'm a burden to what they need to take care of, and I have nowhere to go. Still waiting on probate to finalize in June. I've got other things that have stockpiled that are falling down and no way out just yet. And I know that the cavalry's here, but I'm still without real control.
look, you mentioned the cavalry, right? And I pulled up
Yes.
a card. Let me see. Does this show up? Can you see that card? That
I am on the phone, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not watching it. I can't with on the
Well,
phone. It will
then I'll tell you
echo
what
and
it is.
cause
It,
problems.
it it's the Knight of Swords, and it shows a knight on horseback charging
I
towards
drew the
the
King of
person
Swords
looking at the
today.
card, and holding a sword. So this is the cavalry is here, is what that's saying in a
Right.
sense, and the King of Swords is
I
even
just
better. Well, let me
right.
tell you this.
I'm
The
go
card I
ahead.
have here now is the Wheel of Fortune, and that's a good one
I was getting
because
ready to say the Wheel of Fortune is what you drew for me, and I drew it two more
uh,
times that same week.
yeah, so things are going to be changing for you. There's no doubt about that then. So there's the next three cards I have are money cards, and they're good ones. They're very good money cards. And I mean they indicate the money coming. One indicates a new job, new work,
Well, see, and
or
I'm
where you,
unable to like physically work right now because of what
yeah.
has been like a 5 year debilitation that's gotten 1,000% worse. But now I had to reapply for disability, which is also getting cycled
Mm.
through again in the next month and a half or so.
Well,
But again, that it'll be a waiting game.
this doesn't necessarily mean only a conventional job. It can be a project. It's
Right,
a
right.
thing
And
that
when
you
I've
do,
done it, I
but
have a lot of side stuff.
it's completion. The threes are completion in tarot, and this means you're going to take on an assignment and you're going to complete it, and you're going to be rewarded for completing it, and it will lead
Right.
to other things. So that's going to be very good for you.
I was
Uh,
I
this
do social media marketing if you want somebody to help
uh,
market your soaps. So,
yeah. Well, you know something. It's a silly thing to do for me because in terms
well,
of
and it's so
research,
easy for me.
no, I
It's
mean
the few things I can do without thought.
no, I mean the soap, not the marketing. I cut my
Right,
teeth.
right, right.
I was a marketing executive for years. I cut my teeth in
Oh,
marketing and business.
great.
But let me tell you what I mean by silly.
Wow.
This is why every instinct in me as a marketing person says
Right.
how stupid this is that I'm doing. But I said I really only make this because
No,
I
but
like
it's your
it for myself.
passion.
but here's the thing.
Right,
How many men in America shave with a shaving soap and an old-fashioned razor? Do you know the number?
right, right.
It's 5%. So we're
I was gonna
talking
say
about
there's probably a 4 percentile, 4 percentile.
we're talking about I'm really not doing this to become the shaving
It's
soap
also
baron of
because
the
these
world.
people aren't educated in
Yeah.
the point of what you just said before promoting it, which is it's not meant to soften it. If it's softening it, then you're defeating the purpose of it getting the best shave.
Oh yeah, and
So,
you can go to YouTube and see training videos
oh,
that
I'm
people
sure.
do for shaving.
I've done a
And
lot
here's
of
one of the things
research
they
on
do.
alchemy,
Yeah.
natural.
Oh, boy, that's a whole other thing. I've been working on an alchemy project for so long. I've just, I just, I don't know how to boil it down. I love alchemy, and it's one of my. You know what people say that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That's what the alchemists did. The whole thing of alchemy
Right,
is
but
that they would do
also
the
they're the
same
ones
thing
that
and see if they had any changes.
I feel like alchemy's coming full circle because now it's coming back around, even though it's the one that started everything. But now people are realizing all the chemical and fake stuff is not healthy for yourself or your body,
Well, I'm hooray,
externally or
right?
internally. And now people are resorting to the earth and the herbs and the things that are provided by Mother Earth and this planet for a reason. And because we were designed to heal ourselves, why
And
would you
I
deny a
I make
natural
my own
ingredient?
medicines also as with herbology,
Ah,
but
see,
I my own tinctures.
Matt, stop.
But
Sorry, my dog is.
I don't
Oh
market
God.
that because I don't want to get into the whole licensing
Right,
business.
me too. Well, I
So this is
started
just
making
for the
my own
family.
crystal powder with
Oh,
salt
great.
and charcoal, and I call it bitch begone. But I recently came upon some other ingredients that have made it even more potent. So I just call it no, you better don't
One of my
powder.
favorite names one of my favorite names for an occult product, and it's not really around much anymore, was called "Make the Opposing Lawyer Stupid Oil," and
Oh
and
my God, can I have some of that? Because that's
uh,
kind of what I'm facing with. I have three different court cases in three different counties for three
well,
different reasons coming up, and only one of them is
check
the
check
money.
check Wisdom products in California. They used to have it. They may still have it. If not, we can talk about. I can tell you what you can blend. But just to get back, we can go on like this forever. Like I said, I have a tendency to be chatty, especially when I haven't been on the show in a month. The main thing I'm seeing here is that you're going to. There's going to be philanthropy and some money coming your way also, because I got the six of coins, the three of coins, and the seven of coins, with the seven being that it's a return on investment in a sense that and the investment is that you're working on. um, you're entering a period where you're prepared for it because there's the nine of rods. You've suffered is what it says, and you've learned from that. And the Ace of Cups is here, which tells me you're about to not just the money, but you're going to enter a very more emotionally fulfilling time. You're going to do very well that way.
To finally start the mission that I was sent
Yeah,
here for. Jesus
I
Christ.
I think things are coming your way. You keep in touch with me off the air, and we can chat on that. I mean, like as colleagues in that sense, but because I can go on I can go on forever. But I see here also one last card, the Seven of Rods, which is a person who can sweep away obstacles, and you're working on it, you're doing it, and you're getting somewhere. And this is now the second time I've read for you, and it's always very positive, isn't it?
Yes,
So
but I'm still within weeks and days of the total like hands
yeah.
tied behind my back thing. Like I mean, what is the one where the card with the swords where the girl is tied but her hands are kind of loose and she has
Oh,
the blindfold
right.
on and she's
Eight of Swords. Yeah.
yes. So, but it's very resonant as to where I'm at with it because
Eh,
I'm
This
willing
is
to endure the last part of this so I can stand up and break free or whatever. But
the next card I have here is Strength. That tells me that you can handle it. You'll get through this. You're ready for these things. That's what that the sword card, the sword, the nine of rods is, that you're ready for this. You're prepared. So,
I lost my mind and my body to find my soul, and it is the only thing that's
yeah, there you
become
go.
absolute in my life, and nothing else was ever absolute. Or
Well, I have to run and get to another call, but stay in touch, and I will also light a candle to send positive energy your way. How's that?
absolutely, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for everything that you do and the words that you put out there and what you are, and in your soaps. I'm going to check out officially
Okay.
because I get in these moments where I'm like, I can't absorb any more information because I knew the
Oh, I
minute I did,
know.
I'd get all these ideas to send you to, like, hey, let me help promote you, da 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 da, or
Well,
hey, by the
we can go to my Twitter feed and you take a look at many of the ads I've got there. You'll see what I mean. And well, let me rephrase that, the announcements I have. But anyway, it's been great talking to you, and I look forward to talking to you again.
way. Thank you so much.
Bye bye now. And let's shuffle up the cards here, and we'll go to Lisa in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Hi, you're on with Reverend Eliot.
Hi, Reverend Eliot. How are you?
I'm doing well, mercifully. I'm actually feeling alive and human again. How are you doing?
Amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. Oh, I'm doing well, thank you.
Beautiful.
I've I've recently had I'm sober as of 15 months now
Oh,
from
good.
um, drug addiction and substance
Oh,
abuse. I've had a huge awakening, spiritual awakening ever since. February 29th, I had an out of body experience that kind of made
oh,
me come to the conclusion. Um, Now, ever since then, I've been having mediumship abilities to the point like I'm doing platform mediumship.
mm-hmm.
And also, I've been kind of envisioning this want of writing a book. Um, and I see just so much coming to fruition for me, but it's just the energy of everything that has happened so much into my life with abuse and everything like that up to this point, that now it seems that the divine has placed so many beautiful people along my path up to now, the last 15 months, is so overwhelming with how much goodness there is. It's like I'm almost waiting for the shoe to drop. And so I feel like that's preventing me from taking these opportunities further.
Well,
I was
the
just wondering if
card,
you might be able
the
to help me.
the card that I pulled while you were telling me this is the Empress, which tells me several things about you. This is a very creative woman, and I don't mean creative like in the sense of the arts. This is a person who can make things, although that's not excluded from it. This is a person who can make things happen and make things appear and make things grow and nurture things. This many tarot decks show the Empress surrounded by fruit and vegetables and wheat because that grows and that sustains life. And that is the card I got while you were explaining that you're a person who can nurture, who can make things happen, whose fertility is, and a lot of people think that only refers to having children, but no, this is a broader fertility. And the Hierophant is here, which is a card of religious authority, which tells me that you're a very highly ethical, spiritual person as well. So you've got great power there, and I think that you're
Hmm.
you're going to be doing quite well.
Oh, thank you. I think it's just when you lived a life of um, with so much, you know, against you,
Yes,
and
well,
now in
yeah.
15 months you can literally manifest your life in the way that you wanted to that you never expected.
Well, you're feeling the power that these two cards have, which is creativity and spirituality combined. And the next card I have for you is the Six of Rods.
Hmm.
That's a card of triumph and success. So that's I I don't think we need much more than that. It's you're going to be fine,
Oh,
and it's
thank
it's
you
your
so
own
much
work
for that.
it's your work that's doing it. There's one other card I got, which is also that makes three major cards. The card is Justice because you're going to You are owed some justice for something somewhere that you don't have to go into if you don't want to. You know what I'm talking about, right? That there was
Oh,
injustices
yes, I
done to
do.
you. So there's going to be justice for you. That's right here. And the Eight of Rods tells me that it's coming soon. Okay, so these are good
Oh,
signs. So that may complete what you need. Okay,
thank you so much for the encouragement.
my pleasure. Uh, Call anytime, and you can always email me. This goes for anyone listening. You can reach me through Ask One Radio. You can reach me through my website. My email is asktarot@earthlink.net. And that shows you how long I've been on the internet with Earthlink. And
Oh, wow.
at anytime you want, please just drop me a line, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Okay,
Thank you so much. You take care.
my pleasure. But good things are coming your way. That's the main thing. So hang in
Oh,
there. Okay.
will do. Thank you so much.
Bye bye now. And we're all shuffled up. Well, now we are. We were sort of all shuffled up before. And Ada in Texas is on next. Hi, Ada. You're on with Reverend Eliot.
Um, hello. Yeah,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you tonight?
Uh, I'm doing okay.
Oh, good.
uh,
What can I look at for you?
I was just curious, like, if the situation I'm in will get better. Well, to explain to you, like, I'm having financial trouble getting financial help and support, and I was just wondering if anything good is gonna come to help me my way. Like, that's
Yes.
about it.
Yeah. I drew three cards here, and one is the Knight of
Mhm.
Coins. The third one is the Knight of Coins. That represents the potential for money coming your way. The knights
Oh
are the
wow.
beginnings of something, and there's
Uh
money
huh.
there. Also, the Nine of Swords was the first one I got, which tells me that there's a lot of sadness and sorrow lately. Is that what's been going on with you?
Mhm. Yes,
Well,
sir. I've been feeling quite depressed. I mean, because of like the
yeah,
hard
that
times and not having much help,
that's
Yes.
that's the Nine of Swords. That's just a very sad card. And after that
Mhm.
is the Eight of Rods, which I just had for the previous reader, which tells me that the next card, which is the Knight of Coins with the money, that's on the way. Something good financially is headed your way.
Oh
Now, I've
wow.
also got the
Uh huh.
Fool card here. The Fool is doesn't mean you're a fool. It mean that's a beautiful card.
Uh-huh.
That means that the person getting the reading is the beloved of God and has great
Oh, look at
spiritual
that. Uh
protection.
huh. Oh
If there was
wow.
anything really bad in these cards, and that happens from time to time, that card would wipe it out. So
Uh huh.
you're
So
going to
true.
be you're I these this is it's interesting to me. Now, I wonder, I've been doing this for a long time,
Mhm.
and I keep getting good cards for people in trouble. And the only thing I can think about why that is, because statistically, you'd think I'd be getting a certain number of readings for people that say that your life is about to become hell on earth. You know what I mean? But I don't get those. It doesn't happen
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
because if you're calling me or any other card reader,
Mhm.
that means you
Right.
recognize that there's something in your life that's not working well, and you want to look at the
Yes,
situation
that's true.
and do something about it.
Mm.
So if you
Yes,
can
that's really
recognize
true.
it,
You're right
and
about that.
and
Mhm.
if you have the willingness to do something about it, you're ahead of 99% of the people on this planet. So that's why I get so many
Yeah.
positive outcomes. I'm going to pull another card here. Yes, it got the Ace of Coins, which is a card about money coming in. So you have the Knight of Coins and the
My,
Ace of Coins.
oh,
That's very
oh,
good.
that's good news. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is
So
good
I
news.
think things will be taking a good turn because you know what's happening and you know what you need to do and you're going to take care of it. How's that
Yeah,
sound? So don't
sounds good,
fret.
but it's going to be tough.
I mean,
Gonna be
I'm saying,
tough.
of
Yeah,
course it is.
I
It's
know.
because in the whole history of the
Mhm.
world, in the whole history of society, has anybody ever been
Mhm.
cheered up by somebody saying "cheer up"? No, you know.
Not really.
But
All I know is you just gotta keep trying. Is all I guess.
right,
I
and
mean, no.
because T.S. Eliot
Yeah.
wrote once, all we can do is try.
Mhm.
The rest is none of our business." And I
Yeah.
understand that. And the fact that you
Yeah.
recognize that you're depressed, and the fact that you recognize that there's something you need to fix, that like I said, that puts you
Yeah.
ahead of most people. So it's
Yeah.
going to be very well. In
Uh-huh.
fact, the next card I have here is the 10 of Cups, which is probably the
Oh.
happiest card of the deck. The 9 of Swords is a terribly sad card, and the 10 of Cups is very
Uh-huh.
happy. It's a happy home and a happy family and all kinds of beautiful stuff. So hang in there,
Uh-huh.
because there's good stuff headed your way. You just have to get through the
Oh.
other garbage, because
Oh,
somebody once,
I know.
long
I
ago,
know.
a newspaper man who worked for Hearst was asked
Uh-huh.
to define
Mm-hmm.
life. And he said, life is one damn thing after another. There
Yes,
you go,
it sure is. Yeah, obstacles and always something, huh?
So so we look at I was being treated for a medical problem. The next thing you know, I'm out for a month
Mhm.
because these
Mhm.
things happen. But I have indications here
Yeah.
that things are changing for you and changing for the better. I have the Wheel of Fortune, and I have a card here that indicates that you're about to enter a new phase of your life. It's going to be a very big change. So, and a very
Oh,
positive one.
wow.
So things are headed your way. You
Uh-huh.
called me at just the right time, because you need that encouragement, because you're right near things
Yeah, I
changing for
really
you.
do. I really do. I appreciate your help in
So
reading the cards. Mm.
if you feel a little down again in the near future, you can always listen to this or see this at Moonstruck TV, or you can hear it at AskOneRadio.com under the archives at Reverend Eliot's Magical Window. But take a
Oh,
listen
uh-huh.
to the May 21st show and listen to your reading, because it's intensely positive, and even though it
Oh, wow.
began with the saddest card in the deck. So the cards acknowledged that things are tough for you right now, and then showed you that
Mhm.
there's a bright future coming. I
Oh,
hope that helps you.
yeah. Yeah, that made me feel a lot better. I've been feeling
Good,
quite down.
good. Well,
Yeah, I do
I'm
appreciate
glad.
that. Mhm.
That's that now if I had gotten a string of bad stuff here, I would have talked to you off the air instead of here. But like I said, I rarely get bad things for people. I almost never do. It's funny that way.
Mhm.
But I
Yeah.
firmly believe it's because the people who call here know enough to ask for some help. And that's it.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
many people, they won't
Yeah,
do it.
that's all I
Pride or
wanted was some
stubbornness.
guidance. No, I
Well,
just wanted some guidance.
according to this, you're going to be fine, and things are going to be moving your way. And
Makes me feel a little better.
here's the
Mhm.
9 of Rods, which is the card of experience. It's a person who has been battered around and learned from experience and came out more knowledgeable and prepared. So, it's a heavy price to pay, but I'm seeing good things here. So keep going, okay? Keep the attitude up if you can, because that's the attitude helps a great deal. Okay?
Okay, I appreciate it. I'm sorry I didn't get your name.
Elliot is my
Sorry.
name. Just Elliot is
Elliot,
fine.
well, it was nice to
Yeah.
meet you, Elliot. I'm Ada, and I appreciate the reading. You made me feel
Well,
better. Thank you.
I'm glad to read for you, Ada. I'll do that anytime. Bye bye now.
Bye.
And let's shuffle up the cards. You're listening to Reverend Eliot's Magical Window, the sometimes show on Ask One Radio and Moonstruck TV. The sometimes show because I don't know. I can't plan sometimes. I would, if I had my way, I would like any ailments that hit me to hit me on a Thursday. Because that'll give me a week to get back in the saddle and do the show. It's just it's annoying to me that I have to put my life on hold like that, and I get so itchy. But here we are, and I won't say as good as new, but I'm as good as it's going to get. Colleen in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Hi, Colleen. You're next with Reverend Elliot.
Hi, hi, Elliot. How are
Uh,
you?
I'm doing well, thankfully. How are you doing?
I'm doing well as well. Thanks for
Good.
asking.
Well, right? So what can I look at for you? What can I look at for you tonight?
um, is it possible just to see what comes up,
Sure.
or do I need a question?
No, you can just look at the cards. Let's see. The first card I have here, I had this earlier for somebody, is Justice. Do you have anything going on in a court, or you say you suing anybody? Anything juicy like that,
Oh
or?
no,
Okay, so then let's
no.
keep this on a metaphorical level. That maybe somebody did you an injustice at some point. You're probably going to get something for that. Um, Let me just shuffle these up again because I want to make sure they're fully shuffled since you asked me to look. Nope, there we go. It's funny thing is that I took a month off because of illness, and the cards turned into a brick. I had to pry them apart practically. I think they didn't like being neglected. So let's
Ah.
see what we've got. There. Okay, now let's cut the deck. And okay, this card came up a moment ago too. It's the Nine of Swords. It's a card of sadness. Have you had sad things happening lately?
Um, not really.
Okay, so let's
Other than lonely, maybe.
oh, okay. Well, that could fit there, but that's no big deal in this setup here because the next card is also swords. It's the Six of Swords, and that shows how you're going to fix it. It shows a person on rough waters pushing a boat towards calm waters. So the idea, well, a lot of people take this card literally and think it means taking a trip across the ocean. It really refers to getting from where you are now to where you want to be in life. And where you want to be is you want to be happier. You want things to work out for you, and you're gonna do that. Uh, I can tell you this though: the Four of Cups is here, and that's an interesting card. That means there's an opportunity that's going to come your way from an unexpected source, in a sense, because this person it's a card showing a person who doesn't see that there's a hand coming out of a cloud offering a cup, and cups are about the emotions and affairs of the heart generally, but overall it's a card that says that you keep alert because there may be something coming your way that will help you out from an area that you don't expect.
Okay.
And that will lead to great happiness. I've got again, I had the Ten of Cups a moment ago, and I have that here too. The Ten of Cups is a card of great happiness, just immense happiness. So let me just shuffle these up and cut it and see if we can get one more thing here. Because it looks to me like you can take care of yourself. Yeah, this card's come up 3 times tonight now, the Six of Coins. That's about getting money. So there may be money coming your way. I hope that helps. Couldn't hurt, right?
Hmm. Can't hurt. No.
So there you go. I mean, it's a good reading that just says that if there's anything that's is making you a little bit sad or is out of the ordinary, that you're going to take care of that. That's that Six of Swords. That's you getting from where you are to where you want to be through your own effort. And so that's why I'm not concerned about that card, even though it's a pretty nasty looking little card. I don't think it means much in this because the thing about tarot cards, and this is where a lot of people who start with these go wrong, don't memorize the meanings from the little booklet that comes with the cards. Just also, along with that, keep in mind that it depends on the cards around that card in an actual
Hmm.
reading. So this is good. This just showed a quick recovery in a sense. So you're going to be fine. You're going to do all right, I think. Okay.
Good.
I
That sounds
don't think
promising.
I don't think that loneliness is going to be a problem for long. I think you look at that. Here's the Knight of Cups, and here's the Nine of Cups. Now those are about romance, and that somebody's coming your way who may be very interested in you. That's the Knight. That's the arrival of something new, and the Nine of Cups is about being involved in something. I have to keep this as clean as possible. Is something so sensuous and good that people will be jealous of you.
Huh.
So there you go. That's a very good sign. So I think good stuff is coming your way. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you.
My pleasure. Keep me posted. I'm always at ask tarot at earthlink.net, or you can contact me through magic-works.com. You can contact me through Ask One Radio. I'm the easiest person around. Just Google Reverend Eliot's Magical Window, and you'll get me. You can't avoid me, okay? So stay in
Okay.
touch. Look forward to
All
hearing
right.
from you
Be
again.
well.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
And we're all shuffled up now, so let's go right to, because we've got a few minutes left for a last caller. Brenda in Alberta. Hello, Brenda. You're on with Reverend Eliot.
Hello.
Hi, Brenda.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
well, how you doing tonight?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine, which is a rarity for me, but
Good.
I'm feeling great. I'm getting such energy coming. It's very funny because when I started doing this, I didn't know if I could do it. Reading tarot, I knew
Yeah.
I could do, but I didn't know that it would work through all the technology. It's filtered through satellites and through computers and through all kinds of stuff, and it works just fine. But what I didn't expect was the degree of energy I pull back from the people watching and listening. It's just it's almost therapeutic. Maybe if
Right?
I had pushed a
I
little
totally
harder,
understand where you're coming from.
if I had pushed a little harder when I was kind of ill, I might have recovered faster if I just did a couple of
You likely
shows.
would have.
It's therapeutic. Uh, so what can I look
Yeah.
at for you? We're talking about me, but it's all about you tonight. So what can I look at for you?
No worries. Just let's just see what the cards pull.
Okay. Wouldn't it be funny if the card
I'm going
said,
to leave
"Look,
it wide open.
you're going to become our 51st state"? Yeah.
No, besides that.
Yeah, because that's we're talking about a guy who likes to whip up the news people by saying outrageous things and they believe it. So
Oh, I
I
know.
I think
Yeah.
it's just funny the way that he can control the news cycle by saying something, let's
Oh,
face it, ridiculous. But
yeah.
it's tempting. You know what it is? It's like, to me, it's like, I've said this about him for years. It's like the guy who gets pleasure tapping the glass on a fish tank, and watching the fish
Mm-hmm.
scurry. Oh, why? What's the
Exactly.
point?
Yeah.
Because it scares some people. But there you go. So what do we have here? The star is here. That's a card of hope and optimism, and on one level, it's the arrival of a child. So I don't know if that's the kind of thing you're looking for, but that is one of the things that is represented in that card, although it's not the only thing. But it's about hope and optimism.
So
And
when you say child, does that mean like an actual child, or does that mean maybe even just the start of something new?
no, this literally refers to a baby.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
But like I said,
that's almost impossible. But okay,
yeah, I know.
that's okay. Let's keep going.
I think these were written for a time when, when things were very, very different, But yeah, because it's a side thought in a sense, because there's a tree in the background and there's a bird perched in the tree, and that's always been assumed to be the soul of the child. Now, I could also extend that and say that that could be like somebody, a spirit guardian watching you.
Mm,
That a lot of people
perfect.
feel
That
that
makes
there's
a
somebody
lot of sense.
watching them. Yeah, so that's a potential thing there, because it is, as I said, a card of optimism and hope. The King of
Okay.
Cups is here, which tells me that you're a person who is not unduly emotional, but is in complete control of emotions. But I don't mean by control that you're like Mr. Spock, I mean, it's just that you can deal with your emotions like in a rational way, and that's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Something new is coming. That's
Mm-hmm.
the Ace of Rods. There may be a new work opportunity coming your way, or some new career opportunity, and that's followed by the Sun, which is a card of healing and health and happiness and growth. These are wonderful things. So
Awesome.
this is a very good reading. It's filled with potential and possibilities. Here's the Queen of Cups. You have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. That's really good. And another rod card, the Eight of Rods, tells me that whatever is coming in terms of this career opportunity or or
Mhm.
or it doesn't have to be as traditional as a career, but it's an opportunity that you can probably make money out of. It's coming soon, and the Three of Coins tells me that it's going to be lucrative.
Perfect.
Yeah, these are cards. There's the Four of Rods. These are cards of success. You have cards of success in terms of emotional life and business life and work life. See, here's another. I had this before too for somebody. The Ace of Coins. It's the appearance of money. So this is very what's the word I'm looking for? Dull in terms. I mean, it's just good success coming your way. It's good news. There's nothing melodramatic here. It's just you're going to do fine, and there's reason to be hopeful and
Perfect.
optimistic, and things are going to move your way. Let me see if I can cut the deck and have something else here. Uh, no, see now it's the Queen of Coins. You've got all these queens here. Tells me you're very powerful. And the coin cards, of course, that goes without saying. It's about money. The seven.
Mhm.
I had this for somebody earlier. The Seven of Rods. That's a person who can overcome all obstacles and sweep them away. It's a beautiful card. It shows a person on a hilltop with a holding a staff horizontally, while people just below are trying to hit with a staff, and all you have to do is swing yours and wipe them all away. So and the person's
Hmm.
smiling. See, the trouble is not. You don't let trouble discombobulate you. Let me put it that way, 'cause from what I see. Is that how you are?
Yep.
Well, that's going to
That's
serve you very
exactly.
well, because that's going to pay off again and for you. It is the Eight of Coins. That's money, and that's learning something new and succeeding at it. This is just very interesting stuff here. So it's good. What's going on is very good, and I see nothing, no speed bumps, no nothing. Here, I'll try one more
Awesome.
here. There's the Knight of Swords. I had that just a moment ago. I'm getting the same cards over and over again, which is kind of odd because once you shuffle a deck 3 times, it's statistically randomized.
Hmm.
But the Knight
Yeah.
of Swords is interesting in terms of new ideas. The swords indicate mental activity or strife. But given the nature of the other cards, I would say that in your case, this is mental activity, and it shows that you're seeing life in a growing way, new way. You're doing things differently, and it's working out very well for you. Do you feel yourself changing?
Perfect. Yes.
Okay, because I've noticed
Absolutely.
in my life the surest sign that I was changing was that I lost all my friends. you know, and they'd come back and say, "What happened to you? You're a different person now." Now the funny thing is, there's a guy I know who tells me how different I am when we run into each other, and he's talking about when he knew me in the fourth grade. So now, I mean, look at me.
Hmm.
It's been a long time since I've been in the fourth grade. If I haven't changed, then there's something really wrong with me. You know. So there you go.
Yeah.
So I think you're growing, you're changing, and you're going to profit off of that, and you're doing very well. I mean, I'm just looking through the cards again, and I see the same cards. So there's no point in even continuing. I mean, the cards are saying
Yeah.
we're done.
No.
So
Self-explanatory for sure.
yeah, so enjoy it because good stuff is coming your way. Sometimes I kind of
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
I wonder what would happen if I got some bad readings for people, but I've given up on that because I just don't get them. And as I explained earlier, I think that's clearly because people calling to ask a question are not going to be left helpless. They know enough to ask for help,
Well,
so that's good.
well, absolutely. And I believe that what you're getting is like from love and light, right? So it's just a matter of delivering that, and it's just going to help a person. Beside, like I don't see a card ever having to put a person down, right?
No.
Like I totally get that.
Yeah, here's the Queen of Coins again. You see, it's fun. I shuffle them, I get the same cards for you. There you go. So we're done,
That's good.
and
Keep the money coming.
the coin cards are there for you. That's for sure. But
That's
it's
awesome.
it's not. There's nothing here about
So
grasping
then,
or greed. That's the
can
good
I
thing.
ask a question then?
Sure. I've got 2 minutes
Okay,
left. What would you
so
like?
yep, this new endeavor that I'm partaking in for this opportunity, is this the one that's going to help me work from home?
Um, the card that I was just referring to that you didn't get, you just got, which is the person clinging onto their money. So my answer to that is it's saying yes, but you'll have to manage your money very carefully to do that.
Okay, yeah, can do.
So that's good. And right after that is the Queen of Coins again. You see, the cards are saying don't let that bother you because you're golden when it comes to the money here. This is so funny.
Perfect.
Anyway, that's a great high note to end the show on.
Thank
So
you.
thank you. My pleasure.
Absolutely.
Bye bye now. And that's it. We've come to the end of another edition of the sparsely recorded Reverend Eliot's Magickal Window. If you want to know more about what I do, why am I shuffling up the cards now? Am I going to do a reading for me now? If you want to know more about what I do, go to magic-works.com, magick-works.com. And you can see more there. There's like 100 pages. There's movies there. There's all kinds of esoteric videos. There's a lot there. There's lessons there. There's all kinds of stuff, and of course, not everything is monetized. So I'm not directing you to the site so that I can sell you stuff. My background in sales is many years ago. I'm not interested in that anymore. But it's a fun site, as is mojoacademy.org, which we like to say there's a book there that will change your life, and check those books out because they're good. Mediumship was mentioned today, so you can look at that book, How I Discovered My Mediumship. It's a wonderful book. So I've got to run now. I'll be back again next week, the doctor's willing, and I'll see you then. Until then, remember, time flies. It's up to you to be the navigator. Bye-bye now.